We're here at the Samsung display booth at CES 2024, checking out some of Samsung's new foldable display concepts. And one of the most exciting ones is called the Flex In and Out Flip. So what this is it basically looks like a Galaxy Z Flip 5, but instead of folding inwards, it actually folds backwards as well. So basically the big benefit of this is that you have one screen that can serve as a regular smartphone when it's opened, but then also a miniature phone that can kind of fit in the palm of your hand when it's bent all the way backwards the other way. And yes, you can kind of already get that experience with the Galaxy Z Flip 5 because it has that big cover display on the front. But the difference here is that it's all one screen. You don't need that secondary screen. So I can just imagine what that might be like if this ever shows up in a phone. The idea that you have one display that's consistent and you don't have to decide to optimize what apps you want on the cover screen versus not on the cover screen. I think it's a really interesting idea, and it'll be promising to see if this ever actually comes out in a real product. But the other concept that is also interesting that's being shown at CES 2024 is the light bulb, and that's basically another concept that looks a lot like the Galaxy Z Flip again, but the top of it is just slightly curved. The top of the display actually curves around the top of the phone, and it just kind of subtly wraps around so that you have a bar that presumably can be used for viewing notifications and things like that. And the interesting thing about the Flex light bulb concept is that it actually kind of reminds me of an old Samsung phone from years ago called the Galaxy Note Edge. If you're a longtime Samsung fan, you might remember that this version of the Galaxy Note Edge also had a tiny little curved part that could show things like notifications and app shortcuts and things like that. So it's interesting to kind of see that sort of idea revived in a new concept that's even more curved. The light bulb is also just a concept. It may or may not show up in future products down the line. So I haven't had the chance to actually get my hands on either of these concepts. We're not allowed to actually touch them, but I did get to see them up close, and the hardware does look really promising. And also I noticed on the Flex In and Out Hybrid, it does look like it's a looped video playing rather than the actual software, but the video does give you an idea of what apps will look like and what the home screen will look like when you bend the phone backwards and unfold it regularly. So we just took a look at the new flexible display concepts at Samsung Display's booth at CES 2024. Don't forget to check out CNET for more CES coverage.